Greetings, YouTube! This is Skyfire, the Pokemon Fanatic, and I am bringing you another Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle video. This battle is against Ema from the Pokemon Wi-Fi room. And you know, me and Ema has had 2 matches during Black and White 1. So now, 3 times the charm here for Black and White 2. With a brand new team of mine. Well, sort of brand new, I guess. Anyways, I'm going to start off with my Moravian. That is my Cobalion. He's going to bring in Wolf, which is a Landorus with Intimidate. The Therian form, I guess, because I've never really seen the Therian form. Landorus, Tornadus, and Thunderous to be exact. So I'm just going to see what happens. I didn't know how their stats were. Well, not too much. Anyways, I'm gonna go for a sword stance because I got intimidated. So I'm down. If I went from +1, I went from even to -1 to +1 to do the sword stance. He's gonna go for a U-turn, and then he's gonna switch into his Golbat, which is named Fat plus Evil equals something. I don't know what it is. I'll go for another sword stance, put me a +3, and he goes for Toxic. Toxic, really. I find that very, very interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna go for a Iron Head because obviously Raper won't do much. And even if I did Sacred Sword, it still wouldn't do as much as I expected. So I'm just gonna go for another Iron Head. And that is gonna be a KO on the Golbat. And so from there, that is what I call sweep. So he brings in Poseidon, which is, well, a Politoed, and of course it has Drizzle. I mean, that wasn't really much of a no-brainer when it comes down to Politoed. What Politoed doesn't have Drizzle? Well, I wouldn't know. He went for a Perish Song? That was interesting. I was wondering myself, why Perish Song? Maybe it's because of how Moravian is. So I'm just going to go for a Sacred Sword and get that Politoed out of there because I know the next person who I'm going to use won't have that big of a problem against Perish Song. The problem was I had to deal with Magneton. Well, I did. At least I thought. So switched out, bringing Wolf again. And of course, he had Intimidate, so that +3 goes down to -2. Actually, it's +2. But Sacred Sword does a lot for it. So I have to switch. Maybe I should have did something like Iron Head or something like that at least. Because if it took that much, why did I switch? I brought in Harper, that's my Aldino, and unfortunately Aldino doesn't do anything because unfortunately he predicted the switch and he brought in the superpower and so much for Aldino. I'm like, crap. There goes that. So I'm gonna bring in Erie Road, that is my Feraligatr. And I predicted a switch, so he's gonna switch out and bring in PU God. What kind of a name is that? I don't know, but it is a Nuzleaf. Nuzleaf takes a lot from a critical hit of an Earthquake, because I knew he was going to switch out to somebody. I just didn't know who. I didn't expect Nuzleaf. So he's going to go for a Fake Out. And he goes for another Fake Out? Really? So I'm going to go for Ice Punch. Maybe I should have did another Dragon Dance. I don't know. I have to think about that because of how the next 2 turns go. He brings in Jawbreaker, which is his Pidgeot, and I'm going for Dragon Dance now, thinking there wasn't going to be what the Pidgeot was going to do. So then I thought about Hurricane. I'm like, oh great. So I'm like, this Hurricane should not be able to do much on Feraligatr. But then I thought about it. Feraligatr did take some damage, so I'm like, oops. So unfortunately, that goofed. So now I'm going to try Moravian again. Now that I'm back at even, I'm going to say, let's try this again. So I'm going up at +2. So I'm thinking this is neutral damage, and I didn't think that it wasn't going to take that much. Hurricane comes again, and I realized to myself I only have 8 IVs in special defense for Moravian. That sucks. So Hurricane's gonna KO that. So I'm gonna bring in Landorus, that is my Striker, and there's Pidgeot gone, and he's gonna bring in Magneton. I predicted that. That's why I didn't go for a Spark like I would. Instead, I was gonna go for a Flame Charge. And Flame Charge did good enough. Well, I'm at least gonna get a speed boost. It can't use electric boost, so it gives me perfect time to use some good moves. So I'm gonna go for a double kick, and that's gonna be super effective. Sweet. It goes for Screech and it misses. Screech. I really found that interesting. So anyways, I'm gonna go for a Flame Charge yet again to raise my speed up to +2. Good thing on this animate Striker. I love your Landorus. Well, that Magneton's gone, so I don't have to deal with the magnet pull that Magneton has, as I figured. But unfortunately, I had to deal with the Landorus again. So I'm gonna go for a Flame Charge. It did nothing. All I did was get more speed. And here comes the Earthquake. What I was thinking of doing was switching into Togekiss because he's locked in the Earthquake. And I'm gonna go for a Stone Age. But I decided, you know what, maybe I should play this a little bit better. So I decided to see if I could sack the Striker, which happened. So I switched in the East Maple, that is my Simisage. He's gonna switch out and bring him back his Pidgeot. I'm gonna go for a Giga Drain, and it only took a little bit. I was gonna go for a Nasty Plot. Someone told me maybe I should do a Nasty Plot. I did not because I was scared of another Hurricane. Instead, I went for the Hidden Power Electric. It was super effective. It went for Heat Wave, which is bad enough because it's in rain, and even funnier, it missed. So I'm like, sweet, let's do this again. Hidden Power Electric, and Pidgeot's gone. So it looks like East Maple might be the one that might win it for me. But I still have to deal with Landorus again. How many times switching to Landorus? What, 3 times? Maybe 4? Well, it intimidates me. Unfortunately, Maple is not this physical attacker. It's more special. Note that Giga Drain. So I'm going to take it down to about that much. It's going to go for a Stone Edge and another miss. And that pretty much there is a good game to even because I'm going to do another Giga Drain, and that is going to be a KO on the Landorus, and finally it got that Landorus out of there. So once again, good game to Ema. I was really interested in that thing plastic Pidgeot. I know she's still laughing about that Pidgeot. Well, who knows? Pidgeot's interesting, but then so is Simisage. Thank you, East Maple. Rate, comment, subscribe, give it a like, Skyfire, saying have a nice day, and see you next time.